What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mac. For those of you who are just joining us, I am working on this Neve. This is a vintage Neve VR, and I'm taking it to the next level. I'm recapping all of it. I'm doing what I can to bring this back to its original glory, man. I mean, really, look at this thing. This is a beautiful piece of art. It works really good right now, but there is some inconsistencies across channels. As you can see, there's some caps missing, buttons missing, discoloration, a whole bunch of different things going on, but it does function properly. We're getting through recapping the whole thing right now, getting cosmetically back to where it should be. Some modifications along the way. You should join in. So I got a lot done on the last video doing the compressor and the preamp module, and today I have the EQ in my hand. And although this is actually the card that I'm waiting for a couple caps, I'm just having a hard time finding the size. There's not many caps in here, and this is the one that had the discoloration, as you can see, from some burnout of a cap right here. So we're gonna get those replaced. And then also, I'm contemplating, I think I'm actually just going to do it because it's well worth it and I'm already in the channels now, is I'm going to do the CML switches. But I'm not going to go for like the overdub switch, the solo, and the cut switch all at once, just to save money and also just to save some work. Because really, I think that I looked and these switches are the same for the overdub and the cut and solo. So I can just use that switch and switch the little lens cover that says over OD from solo or something. I think that's better. And then I will get new solo and cut switches just for the first 12. And I'll start there because I think, like I said, I don't know if I actually said the price before, but they're like $21 a piece. And I think if you make a large order, he'll give you a discount, but they still have to like make them and stuff, and then you still have to solder them in. So I was just thinking about that because a lot of these actually work, the ones I've gotten, and I'm sure with everything that I have, I could get a good thing with the switches, so maybe I won't do that. I'm not sure. I actually just saw a VR60 online that had all of the CML switches, and they look so nice. It just looks like retrofitted, and it just made me kind of want that. But yeah, I guess the plan for this video is to get this EQ done, and then also, since I have most of the modules out and it's really hard to clean the face of the channels with the modules in, obviously, I'm going to give it a good clean and show kind of how I'm going to be doing that. And then I think probably by the end of the video, I'll fast forward a little bit. This one might be a little bit of a delayed video from my normal like upload a week. But I think I'm going to try to get a good portion of them done, at least 2 or 3, or maybe I'll just go through all and just get the 4. Or no, you know what? I'm actually going to do 2, and I'm going to bring them in here, and I'm going to make sure that what I'm doing is like kind of, you know what I'm saying, working, going good. Because there is a few in here that have like right here, like these broken faders, and that's kind of just pissing me off. And I have a couple sessions coming up, which I will capture for that. Maybe that footage will be in this video. Probably not though, actually. But yeah, it should be fun to get into all this, continue on. Trying to think what else I was thinking about talking about. I think it was really just those CML switches, because I'm just like looking at them, and really actually I'm missing 2 cut switches right here, but I can take those out of other channels, and technically like I'm getting there. And then I have all the other little things. It's just really the overdub switches that I'm missing. And I don't think I can piece enough together to, like, good ones to make that a thing. And I'm only, like, thinking about this right now because the channel that I'm working on, actually, that's in my tech room, and we'll go over there in a second, the cut button is gone. So like I at least need to fix the switch on that one. And I'm kind of debating, like, do I even want to do that right now? Since like technically you still have cut and solo up here next to the mini fader. Yeah, I don't know. But we're going to get to it and get this EQ recapped at least, because like I said, there's not much going on inside of this EQ. But obviously we did have an issue there. And I have been kind of going back and forth if I want to just fully recap or just recap what I know needs to be recapped or what. But I think I'm just going to plug through, man. I'm just going to make sure I get them all consistent, and that way I know where I'm at. And from there, I can kind of like pull channels and switch out certain things just at a time, you know what I mean? But yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so here's the EQ. Actually, these bigger caps back here, I can't find them. Like, I can find them in the right height, but they're too fat. And like it's only becoming a problem when it comes to like this one down here and then this one over here coming next to these resistors. So that's unfortunate, but this is the one that had the issue, apparently. It looks like it's one of these. Yeah. It's the 10 microfarad 50 volt. Let's see what I ordered for those. Got some nice Phillips. They're a little bigger. Let's just do one of those actually for now and just kind of see where we're at. You can see these have been worked on before. Corrosion and shit. But it has been a while, so let's see if I can get this to stand a little. My damn desolder gun keeps going to sleep. I was just talking to someone else that was sending me a message on social media talking about the desolder gun, asking me which one I had. Like, the one I have is like something from eBay and it works fine. It's just I can't get it to the temp to go any lower than 700 degrees. So I know DigiKey has like one that's kind of the same setup as what I have. I might add some new solder back onto this. Worked like a charm. Just want to see if we're fitting in here good. It's a tight fit, so what I'm gonna do, and as you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but that trace on the top, that pad, even with what I did, is trying to come up. It hasn't fully, but and that one's looking a little fishy too. This is how I'm gonna rock this. Get the post hotter first. Now I'll go down to the pad. Nice. You can't see because of the flux, but it's like perfect. So I'm going to do the same strategy. Get this. Go down to the pad. Perfect. Like nice and quick, you know, because this thing is old. You don't want to be dicking around lifting pads. You can see. Let's see if I can zoom in better. Perfect. Flux on it, obviously, but and those are actually really tight. So I'm just gonna opt to do the two that were busted, which was that one and that one. Just because it's really tight. These are some of the things I was talking about. It's like I can't find the same size anymore. Just to be safe. What was that? And I'm actually trying to not. I didn't right there. I didn't touch the iron all the way to the pad. I was just getting right on the solder. But it's having the same issue. It's not wanting to. To me, that's kind of an indicator you know it got super hot before. There we go. Perfect solders. Okay, and that got tight in there, but as you can see, it's keeping it's keeping its level, so I know it's going to be fine. But moving on. thought I'd give a little perspective. I'm in the lounge here at the studio, and behind me, and where you see the lit room, that is my tech room, and this is Studio B. And to the left down a hallway right here is Studio A, where I just was. And I have one of the channels, and I'm just gonna, like, when I got this board, like you can see right there, there's like, you couldn't get to those little pieces, you like around not with the shit I'm knocking off, you couldn't get that with all the buttons there. So it's cool that we have all the modules out, so I can just kind of like wipe down. Because another funny thing about when I got this console, I had to bring it into this. It was actually, this couch was removed and it was sitting right here up against the wall while I was waiting for the other console to finish being used, and then I moved it out. But I had it in here for like 2 days, and I kept walking in the morning and being like, why does it smell so like gross in here? Like dried out blunt ashtray that's rotten. Like it was just weird. And then I realized I smelled the console. Like I put my nose down to it, and it was like the actual console. And we like did our best, me and one of the engineers here, Sophie, we did our best to clean it all up, but you just couldn't get some of this stuff. And something really easy on it, so I'm not like messing up. But that's like from the factory clean. All those years of cigarette and blunt smoke. See if I can bring this closer. So you can kind of see how it's like grody in there. So I'll disconnect that one and push it back. So yeah, that's cleaning a Neve channel. All right, well, that's all I got for this video today, guys. I got all the EQ done. I know the video kind of cut short. Actually, not really short, but I cut it. No explanation. Anyways, got the EQ done. As you can see, it's slowing me down a little bit just because I'm trying to take my time and do it right. I'm having some lifted pads, little things like that, that just kind of like slow me up. And also documenting it, it actually does slow me up a little bit, so I can't just work. So I think that's why I wanted to cut this video, because we got the EQ done and I showed you how I was cleaning it, which is actually kind of stupid, but that's just, it's cool that I can do it like that. Some consoles, they're not like that, where you can drop the modules out and clean like that, and I'm really happy I can do that. But yeah, I think the next video, I know I said I might get to putting the channels in, but what I want to do is actually get a few more done and put them all in, because I have a session coming up, and instead of trying to document too much of me actually working and worrying about the camera and stuff, I'm just gonna kind of plug away, get a bunch of channels going, and then kind of like maybe the next video will be me kind of going over where I'm at so far with it. And then I also do need to order those CML switches. I sent an email out to them to kind of get a pre-order. Haven't heard back yet, but once I get those, I will need to start taking the channels out again to get the switches in there. I kind of just decided to do that fully because it's just what needs to be done, and that will give me a lot of switches spares. And I think that I can, because I have all of the overdub buttons still, the little lens covers. I just don't have the switches to put in there, and some of them are broken. Like some of the switches in there, it's just broken. Like this one, it's in there, it's just broken. But yeah, I'll be able to like use these to do that, and then I'll have brand new once I get all the way through. I'm just gonna do it, like whatever. But that's all I got today, guys. Thank you so much for watching and commenting. I love the comments, I love the stories, all of that. Please continue to do that. Also, subscribe if you're not subscribed. That helps a lot with my YouTube journey and just keeping me doing the videos. They're gonna keep coming, but you know what I mean, just helps out. So yeah, thank you very much, guys, and until next time, peace.